This is Lauren Anderson, CEO of YBM. Today I'm interviewing Lance Houston, a photographer and musician, on behalf of financialjuneteenth.com. So Lance, today we want to learn more about you. We want to learn about your brand and who you are. So give us a synopsis of who Lance Houston is.
Thank you so much for having me. Lance Houston Photography is, a one in a million business based in Massachusetts that offers high quality HD video and photography services worldwide to clients in Mexico, Jamaica, France, Italy, Rome, Barcelona, and beyond. It's a great company and a great service as well.
Excellent, excellent. So within photography, how do you generate new ideas as far as backgrounds and color schemes? Because, there's so many photographers and there's so many different pictures that we see everywhere around the world. How do you generate new ideas?
Well, I think one of the most important business principle is to find that niche, to find that one particular thing that you do well and build upon it. Yes, you're correct. There are many photographers out there, and everyone has this iPhone and a Galaxy phone, and taking great high quality pictures. But that upon a phone, not based upon the actual skills that come with a professional photographer. One of the things that we do, for example, as I say in our business, is that you can take a great picture with a cell phone, but a photograph, an artistic interpretation of a scene with a background, a foreground, a subject, can only be done with skilled photography work, and that's what we provide.
Wow. So are you the photographer when you're shooting? Are you the roar like a lion? Is that you? Or tell me about what it's like when you actually have a shoot.
Well, I'll give you a typical example of one of my shoots. We'll be in Jamaica on an exotic part of the island, on a private beach with a model, and the model will be performing her moves during the photo shoot. And the most important thing is to project and evoke an emotion. That's key. In our business, taking a picture is not just a snap of a camera, it's capturing an emotion, and that's what we try to project in our photo shoots. And when you do that, I think you'll see it comes out in the picture. You'll see a background, a foreground, and some scenery, but you're capturing an emotion, a snapshot that really sends a really strong message, and that's what my company provides.
That gives a different perspective on photography. Tell me, how do you define success as a photographer or as an entrepreneur? Because you have started your own photography business. So for people that are aspiring to do what you've done and to go where you've gone with photography, define what success in that field is.
Success, I think, equals control. I believe that success equals the ability to set your terms, to set your dates and times and your rates, and if the market responds well and bears those costs, and I think you found success. For me, I've been able to in a lot of ways market my services to many clients around the world, and I've been able to gain many lucrative contracts based on unique service. I won't talk. My service remains intact, but certainly one of the things that we do is that we tailor our business model to the client's needs, but we also think about the competition what's around us. Are our price points below market? Do we advertise in a way that's aggressive and substantive? Do we offer a product that's top of the line? I think that we do, and I think that if your guests see our website and see the quality of the pictures that we take, you will see that we bar none produce some of the highest quality graphics worldwide.
Wow. I did have a view of your website, and the pictures were phenomenal. Great quality pictures, very beautiful poses from some of the models there. So great work, and kudos to you on that. In regard to someone who wants to start a photography business, what kind of advice can you give the young person that wants to travel the world and be like Lance Houston?
Well, I think the first thing you got to do is, here's the best advice I can give you. Don't be like the crowd. Don't follow the crowd. What's unique about photography? You have to think about that. What's unique? Everyone has a camera. Everyone does the same thing. How do you make your mark? How do you set yourself apart? One way to do that is to bring a particular service to your business that no one else offers. So, for example, I offer worldwide location shoots. How many photographers that you know can actually offer that type of service? To go on location with models and do my own editing, my own production, and my own distribution as well. So this is one example of creating a niche in your market. I think another good example as well is to have the highest quality product out there. And the only way to know how to do that is to see what the competition is offering. Yes, I visit other people's websites to see what the competition is, but I think that's how you kind of know where you are in context of everyone else. I think that once you do that, you have a good sense of where you fall and where you got to go.
Yeah, those are great examples and a great perspective, I think, for the young entrepreneurs aspiring in the field. So tell me, what does it take to have long-term success? How long have you been in photography, and what types of skills or tools can they take away that will help them to achieve in the long term?
I think one important skill is patience. You have to understand that this is a long-term business that we're in, so you can't reasonably expect to be, financially successful within the first 6 months to a year. But I think that if you put your time in, develop your photography skills, invest in high-quality equipment, invest in high-quality cameras and lenses, and I think that over time you'll see a gradual increase of your skills based upon the quality of equipment that you have. I think the second thing to do, which is really, really important, is to network with your peers. It's important to have an important business model and using Facebook and Twitter and the internet, but you also have to meet other photographers and learn what other opportunities are out there to make your business grow. I think that when you meet colleagues in the field, you're talking to them, learn things, and just one-on-one conversations, you learn about opportunities that you may not learn just from tweeting online. So that's really two examples of a way to grow your business.
Awesome. So tell me, what have been the most exciting experiences that you've had shooting in regard to where you've been, or, has it been some beautiful sunset, in Paris, or what's the most exciting thing you've done?
The most exciting thing I've done as of late would be shooting in Puerto Vallarta, Mexico, which was just last July, and doing a model photo shoot there, which was a really lot of fun and meeting a lot of executives in the field. One risk of the business, of course, is that you're dealing with the elements. And in my case, I was in Mexico during July during Hurricane Patricia. So that was exciting and a very unique experience that I had to be in that environment. But photography takes you all over the world, and gives you experience you really wouldn't have sitting home.
Exciting and sometimes dangerous, it sounds.
Yeah, a lot of adventure. So.
Life-threatening, perhaps.
That was fun.
Yeah. So I noticed that you are also into the arts, which is, likely for an artist. So I know that you are a jazz musician. Tell me about how you come to, having your own quartet and how that goes.
It's great because, being involved in the arts Okay, here we go. So being involved in the arts gives me the chance to really combine, these skills into, an important, niche. So for example, being involved in the arts, I'm on a jazz gig and I'm, playing in a band. That's also a great opportunity to do photographs, right? So I take some of those photographs and turn into, just subjects of my work. So I think you have to multitask. I think you have to, have multiple streams of income and also a set of skills that complement each other. I think that you develop your skills exponentially to the next level.
Has your business been pretty profitable for you? Did you begin with your own money? Did you have investors? How did you obtain the finances to get the high quality equipment to travel and be worldwide?
It was some of my savings, some borrowing money from friends and family. And I'd say probably the last part was just investors, folks who really believe in what I was doing, to see the business grow. And then once I combined all those resources and purchase the equipment that I needed to buy, I was able to do that and to market myself worldwide. And fortunately for me, I think one of my first clients took place in Jamaica. And then while I was in Jamaica, I happened to meet a client who was based in Mexico. And then while I was in Mexico, I happened to meet a client who was based in France, and then so on and so forth. So that's kind of how the snowball kind of took place.
Interesting. So if you had to characterize your life as an entrepreneur, as a jazz musician, as a photographer, what is the real insight as far as the day-to-day life that you can provide for aspiring photographers, musicians, artists?
I think the best advice I can give is that I do what I love, and what I love pays the bills. It gives me a chance to, when I'm working, I'm not really working because it's something I dream about, something I think about 24/7. So it's something I'm very passionate about. So music, photography, whatever it may be, it's always on my mind. So I'm able to, talk about it constantly and enjoy it. But I'm also able to develop my skills in a way that helps me to, have a lucrative business, but at the same time give back to the community as well. I think that's an important part. That's what I do also.
It definitely is. I think that's important in any minority, especially Black professional or entrepreneur that has achieved some level of success, right? Is to give back, if not in financial terms, but in intellectual terms, where you can offer the advice to the younger people that want to be like you or aspire to be in that field or whatever it is that their aspirations are, so that you can assist in that development. And I think that's how, we're so fortunate to be able to interview successful entrepreneurs like yourself with Financial Juneteenth, under the tutelage of Dr. Boyce Watkins, who I know that you had some great things to say about the perspectives from him as well.
Well, his views on business and the community are spot on. I mean, he understands the economic landscape that we're in and what we have to do to be successful in each individual field. I mean, he's speaking to really all entrepreneurs, not just some in a certain field, but any person who has an interest in starting their own business. I think he has just amazing points of view, some really insightful comments and recommendations that I think that if you listen to can really set you in the right direction.
I would certainly agree. So tell me, if someone wants to look up Lance Houston, how do they find you? What's your Twitter, your Instagram, your Facebook? Where can you be found?
Most certainly. The best place to start is my website, lancehouston.com. That's LanceHouston, lancehouston.com, where you'll find my photography website and my full schedule about me, where I'm from, what I do, where I'm going. That's the best place to start. I think from there you'll find the music as well as the other information about my business that can really give you insight into what I do. You'll see my schedule as well, where I'm scheduled to head off to Rome and Barcelona and Ibiza, Spain, in 2016 and 2017, which I'm really excited about. It's a blueprint. It's a blueprint for success, I think, for young folks coming up who want to follow the same path. I'm certainly willing to do what I can to help those folks come along.
Well, that's great. So perhaps a model wants to have a shoot with you. How do they do that? How do they book you?
Oh, here's my cell number. No, I'm kidding. No. I think if a model wants to do a shoot, the best thing to do is really the website. By going to the website, by clicking the contact link, and then going from there. The shoots that we do are quite robust, but they're also a great way to make that next step for the aspiring model who wants to shoot with these international modeling agencies. I mean, you got to have a portfolio to get your foot in the door. How do you get the portfolio? Is by going to a photographer first. That's really the best place to start. So lancehouston.com, at Twitter, at lancehouston, best place to start.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much for your time today, Lance. It has been a pleasure. I think we have learned a great deal about photography and entrepreneurship in the field of the arts. And tell us, where can we hear some of your music?
Wow, don't want to do. There's no link to my music per se on my website. I'm going to do it just after the interview is over. I want to make sure the link is on the website. But if you Google my name, Lance Houston, the jazz sites will pop up as well. You'll find my information, all of my dates coming up there as well.
I do have a recommendation for the viewers. I listened to Footprints, and I really enjoyed that. It's a very nice sound, very classic jazz musician, very, very nice. So congratulations on your success, and we look forward to developing a relationship with you, and I'm sure you'll have an influx of email and additional contact from here.
Thank you so much, and thank you for introducing me. Appreciate it.
Likewise.
Thank you very much. Take care.